We're live!
Hey.
Higher Thought, another edition.
All right.
August 24th. Yes, indeed.
Ready to go.
We're ready to go. It's Holly and Nayday. We're in our Thursday's best here.
Yep.
I actually didn't have time to change, so.
Well, I did, but only the bottom half, so y'all can't
okay.
see that, though.
Ooh, you don't
No.
get to see the bottom half.
Maybe I don't have nothing on in bottom half. I
Oh.
don't know.
Maybe you come down for the after show. Aha. So, yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? We're live. Woo! Yeah, it's a party. It's a party. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, woot it up. Whoop. There it is. Thank you, Jacob.
Yeah.
And are we streaming also as well?
I pressed it, but now that you asked, let me make sure.
Might as well double check. You know, we've got all those YouTube fans out there.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And just walk in
So
front of the
many.
camera. It's okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Somebody torso.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jacob. All right. So another
Another one. Here we go
fun-filled
again.
edition of Higher Thought
Yay.
on the way. On the way.
In between the rain. I think we
know.
made it, right?
Well, and that's kind of part of our news. We usually head off with some news. We got, this day in histories, lists, and discussions, and, just good higher thought.
Always.
We get prepped before the show.
Yes, we do. Polar Pop.
Polar Pop. 79 cents. That's a pretty damn good
For any
deal.
size, and I didn't get the biggest, or maybe I did get the biggest size. I don't know.
But, yeah, the weather, it blows.
Totally.
Like, it blows wind.
Blows wind and rain, all in your patio.
And like the wind and rain just like, skeet the rain all over.
Everywhere. It gets
the
all
Earth's
over you.
face, I mean, it's like a rain bukkake.
Rain bukkake, totally.
But it's not
Compliments
going
of
to get any
Harvey.
better this
Nope.
weekend because we've got Hurricane Harvey.
Not a
on the
hurricane
way.
yet, though, right? Or did they?
It actually has been changed to a hurricane
Okay.
and picked up some steam in the
All right.
Gulf.
They were saying it was gonna, but wasn't sure. A lot of that stuff, I feel like that weather is hyped up now,
Oh,
to
it definitely
get
is.
ratings. So
Well, not only ratings, but to cause the fear and panic and have people go
Absolutely.
spend a bunch of money
on
on
bottled
gas
water and batteries
your
and
generators and so.
yeah. I haven't bought anything, but I mean, I think it's not really supposed to be that bad here, right? Just a lot of rain bukkake.
Yeah, it's gonna be the rain bukkake. Definitely, you probably want to have all your stuff like on hand just in case.
Some
like
candles.
It's like flooded in your neighborhood or like a tree goes down, you can't get out. So you want to have your water, your canned goods. Maybe something to heat up, a little something.
Yeah,
In
for sure.
case the power goes out.
Heat up over fire if power does go out, because
If the power
what
does
you gonna
go
do?
out. What you gonna do? You're gonna be a caveman is what you're gonna do.
And people don't know how to do that. I don't.
No, we don't know how to caveman it anymore. So
I'm not too worried about it, though. I have to say, though, just hoping for maybe a little break from school, possibly on Monday.
maybe a little break. Yeah, a little
Just a little one.
vacay. A little.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah. So I mean, I definitely don't want like it to,
Anybody
like,
to
rain,
suffer.
flood,
Yeah, we don't
anybody
want that.
to suffer.
It's been about a year since the floods last year, I guess, or right around a year. So,
Yeah, it was last August, I believe. I think that was on our this year.
Yes,
this day in
that's
history
right.
last
Yes,
week.
that's
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
So how about that? Everybody go get your sandbags. Everybody go, hello, hi. We're starting a new thing here on Higher Thought where we're going to be extra friendly to our lobby people.
Try to summon people in.
Summon
Come see
people
us.
from the lobby
Come
at the
sit right
Rosa
here.
Parks Center.
Yes.
So, yeah, if you ever want to just come hang out at the Rosa Parks Center, Thursdays at 6, we might wave you on in here.
There's like a little waiting area right there, and we
know
can
that.
just
Take a
come
number.
in one
Take
time.
a little number.
Come on in.
Speaking of taking a number, the number to call to talk to us, Higher Thought, 366-8950. That's 366-8950. Call now.
Call now
Call
and
now
talk to
for
us.
your reading. Cleo or something
Cleo.
like that. Cleo. All right, yeah. Let's see, other news. Powerball, $758 million Somebody in Massachusetts.
Won $750 million, which the payout on that's like what, like 500 million or
Like
something?
probably like 380 million.
Jesus,
Yeah.
though. My God.
So nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not.
I mean, 380 million. I mean, what are you gonna do with that, Holly? What would you do with it, Acadiana? That's our
Call
lead-off
in.
question of the night.
Call in.
Yeah.
That is an easy one to call in on. Wink, wink. I would probably, I don't know. First thing I would do is pay off all my debts.
Of course.
Pay off family members' debts. Buy houses for everybody. Buy cars for everybody.
That money would go
Maybe
quick.
buy an island.
300.
I would buy an island.
Yeah, you can
Because I
afford
think you
an
can.
island.
Yeah, with that much money,
kind
you
of
can afford an island. So I would probably. That's what I would do.
Well, I mean, like, get the gifts that everybody wants, like, for instance, Keith would want, like, a plane, maybe, or some flying lessons, probably, too.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah, you'd have to have that.
Yeah, the cars, all that good stuff, so.
Would you continue working? Like, would you have?
Not in the job.
Not in the job you have. Yeah, I
no,
wouldn't either. But I guess with that much money, you could pursue maybe a dream that you had never been able to pursue before.
Right, yeah, because when you have money, you can pretty much do just about anything you want. I mean, you can travel, you can...
That's another thing I would do.
Yeah.
I travel everywhere.
I'd go all over the world, that's not getting blown up by terror.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of those places that you can't go to right now, but...
Well, one place that's been on my radar lately is I really want to check out Sweden. Like, they kind of got it going on over there, and it's not as
Sweden
much
does
of
have
the
it going
BS, and they don't really buy into all this
Sweden,
global
Switzerland.
domination nonsense that's going on here.
Yeah, I just don't think I could ever live there. I just don't
it's
know
like
about
hard
that.
to be away from fam.
Well,
and-
not even that really, but
Well,
it's like
yeah.
being in
I
cold.
mean, I'm an American at heart,
Hey, I'd have no problem living on an island somewhere, though. I'll tell you that.
And I mean, granted, our duty as Americans, is to stand up for what's right and, the freedom that we deserve in this country, that our country was founded upon,
Right.
that we are vastly losing at an alarming rate.
Seems to be so. Especially freedom of thought and speech and
Sure.
being an individual and
It's the thought police.
Absolutely.
And uniformity. And it's basically like extremism is like, be completely different, but you should still be the same because those people, it's just like.
and I have this issue with people who, are so about individual rights and freedoms and this and that, but it seems like that more than anybody, they put people in certain categories,
Without a doubt, yeah.
And they have this obsession with categorizing people.
It's like, why can't you just be a person?
Exactly. Why can't you
know?
just be
Why do I
who
have to
you
worry
are?
about this, like, 0.5% of a population?
Right, exactly.
1%, like
And it's-
0.5% of the population, and I really give a crap about transgender bathrooms.
Exactly.
It's just
Nobody
like,
gives a crap.
I mean, like, back when Chris was on the show, we talked about it every week almost. I mean,
That must have really irked him, huh?
yeah, it irked him. What really grinds my gears? That I can't pee next to a tranny.
Drooled a little bit on my lip.
No. No.
I got a
Maybe
little
because you
too
were
excited
thinking
about
about
trannies,
peeing next to a tranny. And, that's just kind of like a little
Little thing.
fetisho that you got.
But I mean, it is true though. It seems as if the the extremities of the American population control thought or what thought should be and how you should.
Right, like with the liberals
react
versus
or-
the conservatives, or the capitalists versus the communists, or the socialists, the fascists, or, the Black Lives Matter, the Blue Lives Matter, the White Lives Matter. It's just like, okay, people aren't like that. And like, I don't really
Most
know.
people aren't, I feel.
But a lot of good people are buying into this narrative. It's like,
Why though?
because it's all over the news, and
because it's just
We've been programmed to kind of like buy into that emotional nonsense that and the narrative.
So is it guilting you into it? Is it making you feel like, well, if I don't say something, if I don't stand up for this, then I must be a crappy person because of it?
Right, you're a racist if you don't stand up against it. So inaction is basically means you're guilty.
Inaction equals you're on the wrong side.
Yeah. And that's one of the issues that we have, just like as a society, is like we always have to try to be right.
Yeah.
And it's like we won't allow ourselves to just have a discussion or concede an argument. Like,
That's right.
Maybe we can just like agree to disagree.
Well, I mean, I feel like there are no more conversations or discussions anymore. Everything is an argument,
Well, at least that's what's produced on the news and the mass
Absolutely.
media. It's all fighting and white on black, black on black, black on white, crime or whatever. Protesting. And so it's dumb. It's just dumb. And even against the Muslims, the Mexicans, everybody. So, I mean, there's a lot of that going on, but just don't buy into it. If you, turn your TV off and your radio and all the
You'll
news
be much
crap,
happier.
you don't think about it as much. And you
That's
just
right.
see people as they are,
That's right.
You're not afraid of somebody because they're different than you.
Exactly. One of the main reasons why I don't do really social media anymore, because honestly, I feel like it was making me less happy because I was comparing myself to what I thought I should be, what, people were saying that I should be or should say, or this side I should be on. And you just got to know yourself. You have to have time to think about you.
Sure.
And self-reflect.
So don't buy into it. And that was actually my top thing that I put. F, Trump. I don't want to
F
talk.
stands for Fuquay Trump.
Yeah, I'm just tired of Donald Trump. I'm tired of Hillary Clinton. I'm tired of Washington, D.C.
Just politics in general.
Yeah, so we're going to try our best not to talk about too much politics here on Higher Thought.
That would be great.
As much as we possibly can. Sometimes it's just like what's going on in the world. But holy crap, it's just stupid. And it's so scripted. And I mean,
scripted.
Anybody that has a lick of intelligence can figure that out.
Right, yeah. And it really does. It makes you... it makes you stressed out. You stress over this stuff. You as a citizen, you feel like you can't really do much, about it.
Right.
So I mean,
I would rather just sit and think of what I would do with $758 million.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
And that's what we were asking you, Acadiana, 366-8950.
Tell me what you would do.
$758 million. I might would even use it as toilet paper, I mean,
Really?
Just put it on
Just
the
throw
wrong,
it just because you can,
Just
huh?
because I can,
All right.
Just because, I don't like, Hamilton or Benjamin or Lincoln.
Just make sure it gets right on the face,
Right on the
perfect
face.
placement.
I'm just playing.
It wouldn't be very good. It wouldn't soak it up, It wouldn't.
It's not the softest paper,
Especially wrinkle it up a little bit.
And Iowa computer programmer got 25 years in prison for rigging the lottery. How about that?
Damn, really?
Yeah.
How? Okay, so what's...
It's a computer program.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So does that kind of open the question that hey, really, the lottery is run by the government and they do make a lot of money off the taxes
that's right.
that people get.
And we don't ever see the repercussions of those taxes. I guess that's a negative word, but we don't ever see the benefits of those.
One of their
those
biggest,
taxes.
Sure. So is it all a scam? And maybe they just randomly pick people, or do they, decide who they want to win?
So do they still do?
Or do they decide nobody wins so they could drive it up and then they get more money whenever it's a bigger jackpot?
Is it still all the balls in the cage and someone just reaches in and pulls it up?
I don't think they do the balls anymore.
No balls,
Let's see what our caller has to say about it.
Well, hello there.
Hello. You're live on Higher Thought.
What?
How you doing?
So I'm thinking about that $750 million question.
No kidding. What would you do with $750 million?
I always do say if I had to hit it big like that, I would give, first of all, before I did anything, I'd give a third of it to charity. Because I was broke before that anyway, so it ain't gonna hurt. So a third of it would go to charity all the time.
Like right off the bat, a third
That's a good one. We
go to
haven't mentioned
charity?
that one. Yeah, give some to charity. You know, give some to some good causes.
A charity that you know is going to be spent in the right way, of course.
Right, not like the Clinton Foundation or something. You know?
Right.
My sister suffers from lupus, so I would support lupus. My son is an epileptic, I would support epilepsy. You know, just, things of that nature. Boys and girls clubs, a lot of stuff for kids. Things of that nature.
Investing in our future. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, caller, is there anyone else around you that might have an idea of what they would do with $750 million?
Might be.
I would most definitely help my friends out for sure.
Okay, I would
Ooh.
do that too. Like, that's another thing, is I would take care of everybody around me that I love. Absolutely. Absolutely. What else? What else would you do?
Well, as a friend, like, would you feel uncomfortable? Like, hey, you just won the lottery. Like, is it cool if, like, you give me $1 million right quick? Or, like,
If
will
you
you
were
buy
on-
me a car? Or, like, what if they don't buy you anything? Like, are you going to be offended?
Are
If-
they required to release your name?
Well, in Massachusetts they are.
I think, yeah, it's public record.
I would like it to be anonymous. If I won that much money, I wouldn't want people to know about that.
Well, of course not, because then you have people coming out the woodworks, right? You have everybody who has met you
my
once in
eighth
your life.
cousin,
Yeah.
Or, yeah, like,
Exactly.
oh, I remember you from kindergarten. Right.
Right.
For me, after I give that third, nobody would see me no more.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm a gullible guy. I love my friends. I love my family very hard. So, family included, there's, quite a few I'd stay away from. Like, stay away. Like,
I feel you on
would-
that. I feel you on that
Yeah.
one.
So, caller, let me ask you, do y'all have any plans for the hurricane? Are you getting prepared for it, or have you been out to the stores to try and get any items, or what?
Actually, the way my grandmother and my mother raised me, like, come June, all that is, like, in the house already. Like, we keep bottled water.
Just
We keep a propane tank. We keep charcoal. We do have a gas stove, so sometimes you still can cook. The batteries, the fans. We have a little generator for the AC unit and the freezer, so the meat don't spoil.
well, dang, oh dang, you're all set up there.
I know whose house I'm going to in the store.
That's right.
Something like powder.
Well, we need to do a little higher thought hurricane tropical storm party maybe.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
that going on.
So, let me get my P-row ready.
Alrighty then. Anybody else around there that might have a thought on anything? maybe not.
That's not speaking.
Oh, okay, alright, okay. Well,
Interesting, I'll call back.
Yeah, we
right.
got a couple more topics we're going to get to,
For
so
sure.
if you're interested in any of those, holla, holla.
thank y'all.
Thanks for the call. Woo! All right, so let's see. Well, some other news. Let's kind of get out of the news segment here. Solar eclipse. You check it out,
Saw it. Of course, it was in the middle of a school day, but
right?
my little off hour was right when it was starting, and
Okay.
one of my coworkers just so happened to have
The little lenses.
The lenses.
Neat.
It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
really cool. I wish I could have seen it at its, I guess, at the
Like
climax.
a full
Yeah.
solar eclipse, because it's only partial.
Yeah, it
in
was only like
Louisiana.
80% or 73% here, but I mean, it was still amazing to see. And I did put just regular sunglasses on and look up, and that wasn't. You
It wasn't-
shouldn't have done.
probably
Yeah, that
should
wasn't
not
a
do
good
that.
idea. No, I thought
Well, it's only going to be 7 years until the next one.
2024, right?
2024.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like the 7 years of revelations or
Maybe so, because
trials and
I'll tell you
tribulations.
what, things have been crazy since
2017
that.
can go ahead and lick my balls.
It sure can.
I'll just say it. And
That's
go ahead and
right.
lick my lottery balls.
And I thought that about 2016 too.
Yeah, well, they haven't been getting too much better, but
No.
we're making the most of it still.
I don't know, but ever since the solar eclipse, I swear things have been friggin' crazy. I mean, really.
Yeah,
Nuts.
but hopefully they've been crazy good. Everything is just
Yeah.
aligning itself. You know, we've got a revolution coming here, people. Other news. A big fight this weekend. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. It's like a UFC guy against a boxer. So, and they're supposed to make a lot of money.
Okay, well, is it a boxing match or a UFC match? Like,
Like,
how are they supposed to fight?
I think this one's going to be a boxing match, and then the rematch is going to be a UFC match.
So they already have a rematch scheduled.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people are saying the UFC guy could win, and they're both smaller guys, you know. Conor
Okay.
McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, big names in their sports.
So, I mean, in UFC fighting, I'm sure there are a lot of roots of boxing, right? But I mean,
Right,
you
it's
can
a
like
lot more
kick and you
jiu-jitsu.
can.
Yeah, it's a lot more jiu-jitsu type
Yeah.
stuff and like submission holds, and you know, it's not as much just like punching.
And that's all
straight.
boxing is, right? It's just punching
Yeah,
and no.
boxing is just strictly punching with the gloves,
Right.
You know, so
I'm
you
pretty
can,
sure the boxer's
you
gonna
can
win
kick,
on
you
that
can
one,
choke, you can do all that other stuff on UFC.
So, okay, so the boxer is probably going to win the boxing match, but what about the UFC match? You think that's just going to be like a
Yeah, it'll probably be, I don't know, the UFC guy will win.
little
that
more
one.
equal?
I would think.
the
think
UFC
that.
guy? Okay.
But yeah, both of these guys are really good trash talkers. Conor McGregor is probably the best trash talker in the business, and he hypes their matches, like, and sells the pay-per-views better than just about anybody.
That's part of his job.
Let's see. Google announced that they're going to have a tool to help diagnose depression, and it's basically going to ask you, like, based on your searches and I guess maybe some of your conversations that they're listening to, if you are depressed. So Google is going to be like, are you depressed? Do you need resources for depression? And so that's just a little weird to me.
Why? Yeah.
Google
what?
the counselor?
Google Counselor. So you got Google Gmail, Google Calendar, and now Google
News.
Counselor.
Yeah, you're killing me, Google. You're killing me.
What is the purpose of that? What are they trying to achieve with that? I mean,
Well, I mean, I guess it's a good tool for people that are like suicidal and like asking for help. Come on the show.
come on in here.
Yeah, we got somebody.
Come in here.
We got our first lobby guest
Maybe.
of the show.
I think he might think there's a bathroom in here.
Yeah.
He's going to be unpleasantly surprised. Oh.
It's a shim.
Sorry.
Sorry. Hey.
Well, let's move on.
Yeah. So moving on from that, a woman won $417 million in a lawsuit, basically saying that baby powder, I think she sued maybe like Johnson & Johnson, baby powder leads to ovarian cancer.
I've heard this.
Yeah.
That, like talcum powder leads to ovarian cancer. And a lot of women, especially like older women, you know, they'll put it like on their undies to kind of keep them fresh. And so I guess if it gets up in there.
I'm not going down on grandma tonight. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I might. You know.
$417 million. Jeez.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot
Yeah.
for a lawsuit, you know. And I mean, was it just that one woman, or did multiple?
Or was it like a
women?
class action?
Yeah, I don't know. And
But I
then
have heard that.
The last of the news: NFL veteran, actually a former New Orleans Saint, Ben Watson, came out and said that the ultimate form of racism is abortion. Okay. And get what he's saying here. African Americans consist of 12.6% of the population, yet they consist of 35% of all abortions. And needless to say, they're more advertised toward minorities and their neighborhoods. 79% of Planned Parenthood facilities are in, the lower income areas. So,
So it's he's saying basically that it's geared towards minorities.
well, and he mentioned also that, this many police officers kills black people every year. More babies are aborted in one day than the number of African Americans killed by police officers
In a year.
So it's just like he's one of the, I think, good leaders that are saying like, hey, we need to just look at ourselves and not blame other people for our plight in life. So let's take care of ourselves and take care of our families and get ourselves right.
Right.
Quit killing each other. And black on black crime is, they talk about that a lot. So it's just, fixing our own problems instead of pointing fingers.
Well, and I agree with that, but I also think,
We all could do that.
I mean, so he's saying like that they're there in lower income areas to where these women can go and easily and quickly have an abortion rather than educating them.
Right, there's incentives to almost like have abortions and single families, and because you get tax breaks and all kind of extra funding from the government. So it's just I don't know. I suppose he's a concerned citizen.
Yeah.
And just I guess everybody in the NFL is still talking about, Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a job in the NFL because he's
being blacklisted because of his
he doesn't want to stand for the Star Spangled Banner kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Which
It's just all this political crap. Like, can you
and
get
it's seeping
politics out of my football,
into
please?
every aspect of our lives. Yeah, out of football, out of the one thing that shouldn't be. Well, maybe
It's
not
like,
one thing.
can we
but-
escape to anything that doesn't have politics?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
This day in history was a busy day in history.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's hear
so
about it.
some interesting, cool stuff. Maybe
Okay.
not cool for the people at that time, but interesting nonetheless. In 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted
Oh.
and buried Roman Pompeii. 15,000 people dead.
Not so happy for.
I'm gonna
people
be
of
an
Pompeii.
optimist about this. What's the name of that song?
Yeah, it sure is.
So, kind of a rough year for the Romans.
Absolutely.
In 410, it was also a rough year for the Romans. Rome was overrun by the Visigoths, and it was the first loss for Rome in 800 years, and the fall of the Roman Empire.
the Visigoths.
start of
that is what?
I don't really know.
German?
Possibly, yeah.
Because I know they were fighting at some point.
Sure. So,
Okay.
that was interesting. So the Romans kind of, 824, August 24th is not their day.
No, absolutely not. They should take a holiday on this day.
I know, right? Travel about 1,400 years later. George Crumb prepared the first ever potato chips.
And his last name was Crumb?
Crumb.
I like
Yep.
it.
George Crumb.
Because in potato chip bags, that's all
Maybe
you be
crumb
getting
it up,
nowadays. Half of it's air and the rest is crumbs.
Although, like many inventors at his time, he was basically a rip-off artist, and he patented it first.
Oh,
and
okay,
so
yeah.
earlier recipes did exist,
Yeah.
but he got the credit. So,
What you gonna do?
Speaking of which, 1891, Thomas Edison, who was infamous for taking other people's ideas
right.
and patenting them, he patented the motion picture camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so-
In 1891?
1891, so
All
it's only
right.
been around about 125 years,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. 1932, the first transcontinental flight by a woman, and that is
Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart.
Okay.
So busy day here.
And she like just disappeared somewhere over the Atlantic, right? Isn't that what happened? Didn't
Was
she
that what
like?
happened? I'm not
Did
sure.
she? Is she gone? Like that
Right.
happened? Pretty sure, something like that.
Okay. So that was 1932, 1936. FDR, Roosevelt gave the FBI authority to get fascists and communists. So basically, they can go investigate, do whatever they wanted to try and find these communists.
Okay.
Well, they'd be busy today.
Absolutely.
Let's see. And then in 1954, not much longer, Eisenhower outlawed communism, and that's when McCarthyism
Yep.
was at its height.
Yep. The
1989.
Red Scare.
Pete Rose was suspended for life from baseball. For life.
Why? Wait, what? Why? I don't. I guess
You
I
don't
don't
know
know.
Pete Rose?
I mean, I heard Pete Rose,
He's
but what
like
did he do?
the all-time leading hitter or something in baseball, and he's banned from baseball because he bet on games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And everybody's saying like, put him in the Hall of Fame. Like, it's ridiculous, you know.
So, but did he throw games though, or he just bet on them?
They don't know. you
Okay,
know,
like
so-
bet on his own
Yeah, he
games.
bet
like
on, I
games
think he bet on his own games. So.
Okay, well,
But he always said he always bet on himself to win, though.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
It's like, yeah. It's
As long
like,
as
I
you're not
believe in
throwing a
myself,
game,
you know,
then-
I always bet on myself to win. So it's
Yeah.
like, how could I, have thrown a game?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. 1991, Gorbachev resigned from the USSR. All the Cold War, and he did some good for the Russian-American relations, I suppose.
Yeah.
Him and Reagan, and 2015. Wow, jumping years.
Couple years ago.
2015 marked 1 billion people on Facebook.
In 2015, 1 billion people.
Yep, and
Okay.
I think it's probably up to around 2 billion
Yeah,
now.
it's got to have doubled at least by now. At least.
So, busy day, this
Yep.
day in history. How about our birthdays today? Not too many, not too many.
August 24th.
August 24th, happy birthday, Vince McMahon!
All right.
Yeah, for starting the WWF, now
Yeah.
the WWE. Some of his famous quotes are, "You're fired!"
Oh, that was one of his quotes?
Kinda
Oh,
started
Trump stole that?
Yeah,
All
Trump actually
right.
did kind of steal that from him. But they're actually great friends. Vince McMahon's wife works in Trump's cabinet as the Secretary of Urban Planning or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, or small businesses, I think. Small businesses. Yeah, so
Did not know that.
happy birthday, Vince McMahon in the wrestling world.
Yep.
1965. I couldn't really remember her name, so I wrote who she was. Marlee Matlin. She was the
Oh,
deaf
the deaf actress. Yeah,
Hear
okay.
No Evil or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
I mean, people know who she is. She's
Right.
the real pretty.
She's
Actually,
real pretty and she's not
did
so
she?
deaf a little bit.
Didn't she win Miss America? Or she
won
was
like
on?
no, I think she won a movie award. Like
I
Best
think she was Miss
Actress
America.
or something. I don't
Or like
know.
on Miss America. I thought she was a pageant lady before that. Maybe not.
Maybe,
though.
maybe I missed
I
it
don't
though.
know.
1973, Dave Chappelle. So,
73.
Yep.
Okay.
What's a good Chappelle quote from the Chappelle Show? I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chappelle.
Rick James.
Is he funny anymore? I don't know. I see him every now and again.
He used to be.
He's a little chubby now.
Half Baked is one of my favorite movies. Is he chubby or did he just like buff
Maybe
up?
he's a little buff.
I think he just buffed up.
And
And I don't like it. It's not his steez, you know?
Well,
he should be skinny.
like I read some interview like where his brother said that like that's not really Dave Chappelle. Like
His brother.
his brother said that.
So who is it? His
Like,
twin?
basically, I don't know. I guess maybe some Dave Chappelle may be brainwashed. I guess I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Some
I gotcha.
some MK Ultra Chappelle. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, I hope not, because I love Dave Chappelle.
yeah. Well, I haven't watched much of his stand-up
Not lately.
recently.
Not
so.
lately.
Let's see. What would you do with the lottery money? We've talked about that. How can you sell New Orleans tourism in the French Quarter when all of your dastardly acts are caught on camera? There's a camera on every block
Yep.
in Bourbon
People
Street.
getting shot.
And there's crime, people getting robbed, shot. Mm-hmm. You got
I don't know.
flooding.
I think there's a kind of romance to New Orleans, though, that people
There really is.
still,
It's the most
have in
European
them.
place in
It
America.
is. It is. I think, I can't remember who said it, but I know that someone said that it's like the northernmost Caribbean city that there is, because it's very like you said, kind of European. It doesn't really
Right.
have the same, I don't know, it's different.
Yeah,
When you
they
go
got
there,
a
you
carnival,
feel it, you know?
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
It's year-long carnival, pretty
So
much.
I don't know if New Orleans tourism would suffer or not. I don't know.
People
I
are going
don't
to
know.
continue coming to New Orleans,
Yeah.
even if like our whole coastline evaporates. You know, like New Orleans will be an island. You know, and they'll have the levees kind of blocking it off. Like, let's flood off everything else around it. You know,
Right.
and keep New Orleans.
But I mean, it also people come to New Orleans to get drunk a lot of times too. You know, it's like the party city, so that sucks. Like they come for that reason and maybe learn a little bit about the history, but
Well, and then they like break a lot of laws.
Yeah, they
You know,
do.
It's just like, okay, I'm in
Yeah.
New Orleans. I can do anything I want. Let me show my
me
wiener.
pee
you know,
on
right
the
here.
street
Let me
because it's
pee,
New
you know,
Orleans.
it's New
Nobody
Orleans. I can do
cares.
it. No, you can't.
No,
You
please
can't.
don't.
Sorry. You know, but it does kind of smell like a tinkler down there.
Sure does. Especially in the mornings when they like just freshly washed Bourbon Street and everything's all stirred up again.
It's
It's not good.
It's not good. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, so I was going to maybe talk a little bit about the water thing. We watched a documentary yesterday about there is fluoride in our water.
Right.
Yeah.
Without our consent, fluoride in our water, and it's
And it's not really fluoride though, and it doesn't make our teeth whiter. In fact, it like rots our teeth, and it's
breaks down the
basically
enamel.
companies' chemical waste that they put into our water because they don't have any other way of disposing. It's a cheaper way of disposing it.
right. There are
So-
other ways to dispose of it, but it's just really
And
expensive.
Acadiana, guess what? You're drinking nasty water.
Sure are.
Let's see. I wrote down some in Lafayette, 40 acres of land downtown, right here,
Right
here,
here.
right there.
Right.
40 acres of land downtown. Toxic waste below from Union Pacific, near
Oh my
the Chico
God.
Aquifer. So there is toxic waste being leaked into our groundwater,
And is
we are
downtown
drinking
really
it.
any bigger than 40 acres? Probably not. 40 acres is a lot.
And the train station's right there.
Right there.
Right there. You know, so, needless to say, and, you know, like, in over 70% of the cities and all across America, pretty much, they are they allow the fluoride, you know, to be put into the water.
Well, because the way it was sold to people is that, oh no, it's great for you. It'll
Dentist
strengthen your
approved,
bones,
doctors
strengthen your
approved.
teeth. I remember as a
Big old
kid,
load of bull crap.
the last thing that happened to you after you got your teeth cleaned, you got a fluoride rinse because it's just so great for you. Tasted awful, and don't swallow it because you're gonna die.
Right.
But it's in our water. It's cool. It's
Well,
fine.
after we watched the documentary, like I shamed you because like I went like in your daughter's bathroom and I'm like pulled out 3 items, 3 items that was killing your daughter.
Floss,
Toothpaste,
horrible
floss,
parent. What am I
and like
doing?
braces stuff.
Listerine.
You know?
Oop.
Yeah, so
Don't.
needless to say, yeah, we've all been doing it. Hopefully, you just don't eat your toothpaste because you might end up with autism.
But I mean, how do you
or
get
cancer
around it
or
though?
whatever. How do you get around it? Oh, well, I mean, you can always
Bottle-
boil your water. I mean, you can't trust the water bottling industry because that's just filtered tap water.
Yep.
You know, so
And they're probably not filtering
They
out
have
all
like
of that.
those. They're pretty expensive though. It's like the hydro, like I don't know. I guess
Reverse
convert
osmosis.
your reverse osmosis. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. So I mean, there's that. I guess just get what you pay for as far as that. So otherwise, we're all just being slowly
I
poisoned.
mean, that's a shame that you know, people are being sold. I mean, and this is just the kind of the story of everybody's lives. But I mean, you're being sold one thing as being healthy, and it's not, and you have no choice because you
Right.
don't know.
Well, it's just like all these medications that you see on TV where like, you know, it's basically 10 seconds of what it can do and then like, you know, 50 seconds of all
the
the
bad
side
things it
effects.
can do.
You know, and then like a month later you see a commercial like if you took this drug and you had a heart attack or stroke, then, you know, call this
Call this
number for the
number.
class action lawsuit. It's almost as if it's a system kind of designed to go that way to make a lot of people, select people, very rich.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
That's what it is.
Keep the system going. Keep the mass people, you know,
Dumb
disillusioned.
and lethargic, and
Let's dumb down their education system. Let's put fluoride in their water. Let's make them dependent on the system. Let's make them handicapped. Whether it's mentally handicapped or physically handicapped.
Absolutely.
More autism.
Easier to
Autism's
control.
Skyrocketing. Cancer skyrocketing. We're just sitting here taking it in the ass, Acadiana. And I'm tired of it.
Me too!
Yeah.
That didn't have as much fire as yours.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey,
You want to come in? You want to come in?
So, how about some ways to get better sleep? Ways to get better sleep.
Maybe don't be a teacher.
Yeah, no,
That should be on the list. That should be number one. But anyways,
Well, I mean, like, I don't think necessarily the job has to do with it.
I have to disagree
I
with you
do
on that
think,
one.
yeah.
Not that job in particular, but jobs have something to
Jobs
do with
do
it.
have something to do with it, and I mean, I guess with teaching, just having to wake up so early
Yeah.
to get to your job is what sucks about it. Your brain doesn't really turn on. And I even find that, I'm a better teacher toward the end of the day. Like after 12 o'clock, I'm like a better teacher.
Yeah.
My peak hours are really from 11 to 6 or 7 at night.
I don't know. I'm more of a morning person. So if I
I
have
could do it in the morning.
my little
but-
half cup of coffee, and then lately I've been getting a Red Bull on the way to work, which is not good.
Not
but
good.
It is what it is. I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So
Probably put fluoride in your Red Bull.
I'm sure they do.
So, some
Delicious.
things that you can do to get a better night's sleep. Let's see. Try and establish a tranquil bedroom for all of your senses. So make it dark. Turn the TV off.
Dark and silent.
Make it cold. Mm-hmm.
So you
even
can
have a
snuggle
good
under
smell.
the covers.
Yeah.
Good smell.
Good
The
smell.
lavender.
So please your senses.
Vanilla.
Okay. Number 2, exercise during the day. If you are working enough during the day and your body is physically exhausted, it will put
It'll be
itself
easier to go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3, kick back that late night caffeine, like the Red Bulls.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't really do a whole lot of late night caffeine.
Just switch to
but-
decaf. Drink a Sprite. Drink some water with fluoride in it. Let's see. And try and establish consistent times that you go to sleep and wake up.
Okay.
So those were some, proven ways to get a better night's sleep.
Yeah, I mean, that all makes sense. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I saw another list. We're on the list section of the show.
My favorite section.
10 movies that changed your life, but it was maybe changed this person that wrote this article's life. They had some good movies on that list.
Okay.
I think we can maybe expand upon the list, though.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because I've got a couple in my brain right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, a couple popped up immediately in my brain whenever I saw the name. So here is this author's list. Fight Club. Yeah, I thought it was a good movie.
It didn't change my life, though. But it was a great movie, though.
Great movie, and I mean, maybe even in the way that, it was one of the first, he doesn't even exist. He's an alternate character
Right.
that was, just created.
Created by this person.
Dead Poets Society.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Yeah. I love Dead Poets Society.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter would say that movie definitely changed her life. She's obsessed with that movie.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that.
Yep,
that
she
was
loves it.
an excellent movie. Mm-hmm. Pursuit of Happiness.
That's a good one.
I don't really remember it. I watched it a couple years ago when it came out, but I remember it being kind of sad, maybe.
It's because it's a struggle at the beginning. So basically, Will Smith is this guy who, he's poor, he's broke, he buys into these
Prosthetics or something.
No, it's like these little mobile X-ray machines, but it's not X-ray.
Oh, right.
Right when X-ray machines came out, so he's got all of these machines in his house that he can't get rid of. He can't sell to anybody.
And he's down on
He's
his luck.
intelligent,
Yeah.
and then somehow he gets in on the whole stock market thing and makes a ton of money. So it has a happy ending, but
Yeah, so Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah, I don't know if that would make my top 10.
no,
This one I wasn't really familiar with. Mr. Nobody.
don't know that one.
Karate Kid. Yeah, I don't necessarily think
Not life-changing.
Life-changing. Good Will Hunting. Good movie.
Good
but
movie.
Not necessarily life-changing.
Not life-changing.
Blind Side.
Good movie. Not life-changing.
Yeah. Pay It Forward. Now you're getting
Pretty
there a little
good,
better.
yeah.
You know, that's
Yep.
a little better.
Yep.
Hachi, A Dog's Tale. I don't know about that one.
What is that?
It looked like some like Fargo kind of thing. I don't know. What Dreams May Come. That's
Oh,
really
that's a good one. Robin Williams,
Yep.
Cuba Gooding Jr. That one is actually a really good one.
I agree
that
with that
one.
That's
Could
a
be
very
life changing. Yes, it is.
thought-provoking, changing type
Yes,
of
it
movie.
is. Absolutely. Like
So-
the different levels, like the wife who commits suicide because her whole family died in one day,
Oh, it's intense.
is stuck in this purgatory, you know?
Right.
Like it's that's a good one. That's a good one.
I would agree with that one
Mm-hmm.
wholeheartedly. So let's. I mean, like
So-
I'd say you got a few of them on there, but what are some of the life-changing movies for you, Acadiana? 366-8950.
Please call in. Tell
Give us a call. What movie just kind of changed your perspective on how you see things in life?
I'll tell you a few of mine.
All right.
One was this movie called Humboldt County, and it's not like a popular movie or anything like that, but it's about this guy who is really uptight and all caught up in his little corporate world, and he's wanting to become a doctor and can't, I guess so, not corporate world, but he's really, really uptight. And he meets this girl who's this free spirit, and she takes him to her family in Humboldt County in Northern California, where like it's like the highest concentration of like, I guess for lack of a better term, like hippies and people who smoke
Sure.
weed all the time and whatever, and just it was very enlightening, the conversations and discussions that happened in that movie. Another one, Weeds of Grass. That's another
Oh,
good
I
one.
recall that one,
With
yeah.
Edward Norton. And then
Waking Life, maybe.
Waking Life.
Have you ever seen that one? It was like it was kind of like a regular movie, but like they animated on top of like the people. I
don't know if I've seen that one.
And
Maybe
they just
I
have
have.
philosophical discussions pretty much kind of throughout the movie. Have you ever seen Boyhood?
Never seen Boyhood.
That was a really cool movie. Like where it was the kid from Weeds. You know.
Yeah, the blonde kid or the
No, the brown head, the
Okay,
youngest
yeah,
one.
okay.
Like, but they filmed it from the time he was 6 till he was 18.
Oh, yeah.
And like Ethan Hawke was the dad. And
Okay.
like, it really
I
awesome
never
movie.
saw
Really
that
awesome
one.
movie. Check it out when you get a chance.
I never saw that one.
Maybe The Matrix.
Matrix, of
That
course.
was definitely a changer of a movie.
Absolutely.
Let's see what's another one that pops into my mind.
I always think of Steel Magnolias. I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much life-changing, but definitely like...
Fear and Loathing
Getcha.
in Las Vegas. That was one for me. You know, Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That was pretty influenced by that one. when I
Billy
was-
Madison.
Yeah. Let's see.
Not so much life-changing, though.
Not so much life changing. Oh, hey! We got our
Give me a
caller. Let's
life-changing
see
movie.
what their life changing movies are.
Hello.
Hello, life changing movies.
And I just seen it last year. Some of the best work, but it's comedian. But some of the best serious work I've ever seen her do. Probably should have been nominated for an Oscar, but we know how the politics are involved with that. But Eddie Murphy plays a guy named Mr. Church. And it's like, I don't know. It should have
Are you talking about Distinguished Gentlemen?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. The name of the movie is Mr. Church.
Mr. Church. Okay.
Oh, man, I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
It's a recent Eddie Murphy movie?
16.
2016? Last year?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I hadn't seen anything he's been in the last 5 years, I would say.
Me neither. Wow.
A dying single mother enlists the help of a talented cook, and he has his own demons. And it was supposed to be a 6-month arrangement, and it turns into a 15-year development into like family and trust. And it's a really, really good feel-good story, tear-jerker, life lesson, all rolled into one. And I think that one has impacted me more than anything I've seen. Especially because it's Eddie Murphy.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to check that one out.
So, any other top movies y'all have on y'all's list that have just been, whoa, mind-blowing?
So I have a friend who Titanic.
Ooh, yeah. Or how about Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
I enjoyed Forrest Gump way more than Titanic. I thought Titanic was a long, dry-ass movie.
I mean, it was good. It was good. Hey, tell that lady back there that she just needs to get on the phone.
Haha.
Maybe not. Okay, so Forrest Gump.
Remember that like completely scared stuff with Jesus out of me, and now they're remaking it.
Wait, what?
It?
Oh, yeah. That scared the crap out of me when I was a
I'm curious
kid.
to see how it's gonna be. So.
Luster with the big giant. Well, no spoilers, but it was.
Wait, you've seen it? You've seen the new one?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't, but I mean, it's a book that was written by Stephen King. They can't change it that much, can they?
Yeah. Well.
Wait, so there was a second part to it, to the book, and that's what the movie's going to be? Or is it just a remake?
I believe it's just a remake.
Oh, well then spoil away, my dear. Like, everybody's seen that crap.
But
Okay.
the whole, like, first part of the show with the clowns and the kids and all of that, it freaked me out.
Of course.
So life-changing in the sense that it scared the crap out of you.
You're scared of clowns.
And now you don't like clowns no more.
Right.
I'm scared of clowns. It just started my whole love for scary movies.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. That one didn't start my love for scary movies because I was so terrified of it. I wanted to stay away. But that's a good one. That's a good one. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, we appreciate the call.
All right, y'all have a great night. Bye.
Bye. We got about 5 minutes left here of the show.
What else we got? What do we have?
What do we got? Let's see. How about for all the whiners out there? Oh, you're crying out. The world's such a bad place. Look at me. Here are 7 things you can be grateful for. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, so stop your complaining. First off, you're alive.
Hello.
Hey, you might be drinking a lot of fluoride and, getting like,
Getting
all
screwed
the
by
cancer.
people left and right.
Yeah, inflation's like going crazy. Our salaries aren't going up, but hey.
Hey, you're alive.
You're still breathing the toxic air.
You have life.
Let's see. Also, number 2, another thing you can be grateful for. You've been through a lot and you're still here. How about that?
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people forget that, but like there's always another day. There's always
Yep.
a tomorrow.
Things can get better. So number 3, you have laughed before and you shall laugh again. Yes,
I
indeed.
like that one.
Yep. Another thing to be grateful for is that we are so easily connected to each other nowadays, and it's easy.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
crazy about
I'm
that.
not grateful for that one.
Let's see, number 5. We can be grateful for our good memories. Even though nowadays they're not in our brain, we keep them stored in our phone.
That's right. And good memories are. You seem like you don't remember those as much as the bad memories. I guess it's like a self-defense mechanism or something.
It
but
depends on the memory.
there are good memories, though. People have good memories.
Well, sure. It's those life-changing memories.
Yeah.
To reference the movie there. Let's see. Another thing to be grateful for, the relationships in your life, such
Okay.
as your friends
Absolutely.
and family.
Absolutely.
Let's see. And finally, another thing to be grateful for, your imagination.
Which is lacking in most people
Lacking in
nowadays.
Most people nowadays.
Yeah.
Because we teach them uniformity. It's our
Absolutely.
fault.
Yep. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Let's get some of that stuff. How about the 12 commandments of being an emotionally intelligent person?
Okay, the 12 commandments of being an emotionally intelligent person. Give them to
Your
me.
EQ.
Okay.
Thou shalt not stop learning.
Okay, I like that one.
Ankara and paro,
Yep.
as they say.
Yep.
Let's see.
But it is true, though. You got to keep learning. You can't think you know everything.
Without a doubt.
That's the way to stay enlightened.
Number 2, thou shalt Ponder thy feelings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ponder thy feelings.
Number 3, thou shalt learn to pause.
I like pausing. It's hard to pause.
Yes, yes. Thou shalt really listen.
You should.
That means you need to shut that.
Shut up and listen.
Number 5, thou shalt praise other people. Hey,
Oh,
you did a good job. Oh, you did a good job. Hey. Let's see. Number 6, thou shalt forgive.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, you have to do that.
Gotta move on.
Got to move on with it.
Number 7, thou shalt apologize.
Please apologize.
My bad.
I'm so sorry.
My bad. Number 8, thou shalt take responsibility.
For your actions.
It was me. I done it. Number 9, thou shalt not judge others. Because we're running out of time.
Don't do that.
Number 10, thou shalt control thy thoughts. Ooh, sorry for thinking about what's under that skirt. Number 11, thou shalt practice empathy.
Thou shalt what?
Practice empathy.
Oh, okay.
Put yourself in their shoes. And thou
Absolutely.
shalt be strong.
Adequate
We love you,
sexuality.
Acadiana. This has been Higher Thought.
Yay!
Holly and Nene.
We're so happy you're here.
Tune in next
Being
week.
with us. We love you so much.
Yay.
Feelings and everything.
And I think we're off AOC. If you're still watching on YouTube.
If you're still watching on YouTube, let's do a little dance for me. Ready?
We're waiting on you to turn the stream off.
No, I'm not sitting it down. I'm not sitting it down.
All right, thank you.